boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the out.
80 weapons.
Go. No. You go tight. You got tight. Right there. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Lock now on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox light.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 99.
Let go.
Lock now on first down. Broken tackle, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Lock to throw on 2nd down. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Come on.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
6-6, bullet high.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hey, Sam off.
Gurley again here on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
From just shy of midfield, Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He gets it to Gurley, complete.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
I'm going back to you. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Go!
Right there, in the middle, 55. 55 is my guy, 55. Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A terrific run there by Penny. 61 yards that time on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Called in left side here by Jennings. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Block. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd and 5.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, high 7.
Clock now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
10 logo. Protein spill. Undercut. Hey, check right. Watching you five. Oh, here we go. Oh. Snap.
Gurley. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Locke now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, echo. 55, my God, 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Gets past one man. And he spots Henderson open left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 14. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
You draw corporate.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Danny. Where's 24? Let's go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
53, Mike.
QB draw. Watch QB draw. Good job right there. 53.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That was a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Penny, a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'll go special. Run left.
From the 41, Wilson steps away to his left. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Watch the screen. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Ready?
Throwing now is Long. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, orbit. 55 is Mike, guys. 55.
On first down, Locke. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
61, matchbox lights. 56. Not today, you are. Not today. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let's go.
Locke looks to throw it again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But
and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
I got you. Hey, Delta. Get it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This time Wilson will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. David Moore, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, Mike, 53. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Zebra.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a play fake here on first down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Green 80. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
36 power. 19.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke is going to fire one deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
16-yard line.
We go! 15 line. 15 line. 14.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think
rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on 1st down, Locke.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can't he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
25.
On 2nd and 15 now, Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
We own them. Let's go. 4 down. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Right here, right here. Look at me, zipper. Is that yours? Who's A? Wahoo! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Shoot!
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Hey. Come on, baby. Woo! Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Yeah. You don't want none. Hey, watch that. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 54. Hey, let's get this. 54 is Mike. Now.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 25 yards to the house as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Let's
Lock going to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Gurley, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Lock now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Here we go.
First down, Rams.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
58's to Mike. 58's to Mike. Hit. Watch the twist, watch.
Ready.
Lock now on first down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Lock going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Lock. Eluding the pressure right. Gets it to Strong. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. The Rams on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Lock to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abukum with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Lock. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
Let's go. Get set. 5.
Lock now to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here. But let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny. Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Let's go now. Mike, 60 yards. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They go read option with Wilson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Hey, let's get there. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Let's go right here now. Hey, Delta.
One final try for Locke. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,